Well, Dan's such a kind old soul, and I think he gave each one of my family members a hug, which was really important to all of us. It was just a warm greeting and made us all feel really comfortable. When we came to the funeral home, like I said, there was 14 of us, and if there was a decision to make about a casket or the cost of it, we didn't feel any pressure from Dan as to what we should spend or how much we should spend. It was a pretty comfortable feeling. It was kind of nice to have that mediator between 14 people, and he did an awesome job. He was very professional and kind-hearted, and everybody felt at ease. And like I said, that if we had a question whether we were going to do one thing or not, Dan gave us his professional opinion on it and still let us make our own decision on the solution to our questions, you know. When I made phone calls to the funeral home here, my questions were always answered, and if he didn't know it, he would get back to me at a different time, and it would never take very long for him to get back to me at it. He did a wonderful job at returning calls. The day of the wake services, with a lot of people coming to the funeral, we ended up having to open the extra space, and it was cold outside, so they all got to come in the funeral home and line up inside the building, so that was very good too for people who came to visit. When we came to see him at the funeral home, he did look very, very nice. He looked like he was at peace and where he wanted to be, and he really looked just like the old dad we knew. You know, even though the funeral was over and Dan did an awesome job for the funeral and for the church, he still, you know, brought the flowers and helped us with knowing what we were doing to send out cards, and did all the follow-up also, which is really very, very good of Dan to be able to help you through that path also till the closing of it all. The thank you cards that we got from the Wieting Funeral Home had pictures of my mom and my dad, and my dad alone, and the family pictures, and they were really wonderful thank you cards. They're much more personal than just sending a thank you. Those thank you cards are just awesome. Another personal thing that I think is really good with the Wieting Funeral Home is the video. It's kind of a heartwarming video of a person's life and the things they've done and the people they've met and their children, and it's just kind of a nice way for closure. It's very consoling to have such an awesome family to deal with when you're in that kind of situation.